Today, we delve into the mysterious prophecies of Ryo Tatsuki, the prophetic artist. What if I told you that a series of her visions, drawn as illustrations over 2 decades ago, have eerily unfolded, one after another, with terrifying accuracy? Meet Ryo Tatsuki, an artist turned reluctant prophet, because the final part of her 2025 prophecy might just change the way you look at the future forever. Let's begin. Ryo's journey. Born in Japan, Ryo was a manga artist, reserved, creative, and intensely private. In 1999, she released a small, unassuming book titled The Future I Saw, a collection of illustrations and diary-like entries detailing dreams and visions she'd experienced over the years. But here's the kicker. Each dream had a date attached to it, a specific, unchangeable timestamp. Most dismissed her work as fiction, a creative indulgence, perhaps even a cry for attention. But as time ticked on, the dreams began to come true, and not just vaguely. We're talking shockingly accurate depictions of world events years, sometimes decades, before they occurred. The Great East Japan Earthquake. If you've heard of her at all, you've probably heard whispers of her most famous prediction, the 2011 Great East Japan Earthquake. She had dreamt it, down to the month, down to the scale, down to the unfolding aftermath. On March 11, 2011, the Earth groaned beneath the Pacific Ocean. A 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Japan, unleashing a tsunami so powerful that it swallowed entire towns and triggered the catastrophic Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. The world watched in horror as the ocean turned into a weapon, but Ryo Tatsuki had already seen it. In her 1999 book, she had written about a massive earthquake that would hit Japan in March 2011. It wasn't metaphorical. It wasn't poetic. It was exact. A closer look at the prophecies, the eerie accuracy of her vision, sent chills across Japan's manga community. People began revisiting her book, combing through it for more hidden messages, more visions, more potential disasters. And that's when they realized the 2011 earthquake wasn't her only prediction. Far from it. Many pointed to a particular entry in her book that eerily mirrors the events of the COVID-19 pandemic, even mentioning images of people wearing masks, empty streets, and political leaders in confusion. She also predicted floods, fires, and financial instability years before they occurred, with accompanying dates that, while not always exact, lined up with uncanny frequency. The 2025 prophecy. But there were prophecies she hadn't spoken much about, the ones she had retracted in later interviews or tried to downplay. One in particular had a date, 2025. In a revised edition of The Future I Saw, published in 2021, Tatsuki issued a stark warning about a potentially catastrophic event set to strike in July 2025. According to CNN and other media reports, Tatsuki's prophecy describes a massive undersea rupture forming between Japan and the Philippines. This rupture is capable of generating tsunamis 3 times the height of those seen during the 2011 Tohoku disaster. Her prediction includes unsettling imagery of Japan's oceans boiling, which some interpret as a possible reference to an underwater volcanic eruption or a massive seismic event. The current climate. Now, it's important to remember, Ryo has since distanced herself from her earlier works. She rarely gives interviews. In the few times she has spoken publicly, she's insisted She's not a prophet, just a woman who dreams things. But the visions and their unsettling alignment with reality suggest otherwise. And 2025, dear viewer, is now. The managing director of WWPKG noted that concerns over Tatsuki's prediction have been compounded by recent advisories from the Chinese embassy in Tokyo. In a statement issued in April 2025, the embassy warned Chinese nationals in Japan to remain vigilant against potential natural disasters, further fueling anxiety among travelers. Japan's response. The Japanese government's response focused on reassuring the public about the country's extensive disaster preparedness infrastructure. The Japan Meteorological Agency has not issued any specific alerts related to the July 2025 timeframe, emphasizing that its seismic monitoring systems remain among the most advanced in the world. Japan treats her with quiet reverence, but not celebrity. She was contacted by unnamed agencies and told to stop releasing visions because she knew too much, too speculative, maybe. But the fact remains, she stopped publishing shortly after the 2011 earthquake, and yet her older work still ripples across our timeline like stones cast into the ocean of destiny. The philosophical turn. Here's where we turn philosophical, and where I invite you to lean in because this is the beating heart of the interconnected zone. Are Ryo's visions glimpses of fixed destiny, or are they warnings? Markers along a path we could take but don't have to. Is the future a railroad or a river? In some schools of Buddhist and Eastern thought, time is cyclical, and prophecy is merely an echo of a pattern repeating. So, what do we do with all of this? Not to fear. But that's not the point of this video. Not here, not in this space. Final thoughts. Something is off. That sense is not paranoia, it's perception. So keep watching, keep questioning, and if Ryo Tatsuki's final vision is about to unfold, let's face it together. Consider giving a super thanks to support the channel. It helps keep this work alive. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Ryo Tatsuki's vision of 2025 will come true? Have you felt the shift in energy this year? Until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and never stop exploring the interconnected zone.